Are you ready for an extreme makeover of the mind? With the producer and host of A Better You podcast, the transformational coach whose assignment is to challenge people to change, grow, and evolve into the individuals they were created to be. Here is Dr. Anthony McFarland, providing you with practical tools and wisdom for everyday life challenges for you to win in life, relationships, and finances.
Hey guys, welcome to ABU podcast. I'm excited to be with you once again this week. Listen, if you have not subscribed to the platform, click like, subscribe, ring the bell so you can get notices. I also want to point out that on this platform, Anthony McFarland channel, A Better You channel, there is special inspirational videos that we produce that I believe will inspire you on a daily and weekly basis. So I encourage you to go onto the platform and check those videos out. And do me a favor, share the link with someone that you know. There's content on this platform that is phenomenal. I also encourage you to go to abetter-u.com, check out our network, and consider being a part of the ABU community. Now, with that being said, I'm excited about this episode because this is part 2 of the last episode in regards to developing a growth mindset, to expanding your mindset, your outlook, your capacity, so that you can do greater things in life. One of the things that I've learned over the years is that the quality of your life largely depends on the quality of your thoughts. There's a scripture that says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So with the right mindset and attitude, you and I can steer our lives in a direction that brings both fulfillment and joy. And at the end of the day, that's really what life is about, us getting to this place where we're in the zone, man, and everything is clicking, everything is working. Why? Because there's been massive change on the inside so that there can be massive results on the outside. I share with people all the time, the way we think about ourselves and our abilities can have a significant impact on our performance, whether that be at work, during studies, whether it be volunteering, ministry, and everyday life. Unfortunately, not everyone takes the time to think about the way they think, and they make so many assumptions about their skills. They question themselves, really having a negative outlook on themselves. So let's talk about, again, continue the conversation on growth mindset, expansion. Let's continue the conversation about having a growth mindset, how to develop a growth mindset, and how it can help us achieve our vision, our goals, our aspirations in life. Now, again, when we talk about a growth mindset is a belief that you can develop your skills and talents through hard work, the right strategies, as well as the proper counsel and guidance from other individuals who have your answer and not your problem. So the term growth, when you think about that term growth specifically in the arena of mindset, it was actually coined by American psychologist Professor Carol Dweck in her 2006 book entitled Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. And so it's important that we understand what the definition of having a growth mindset is. This growth mindset is based on the belief that our basic qualities are things you can cultivate through your diligence, through your study, through your learning new principles to apply to your life. And although people may differ in different ways in their initial talents and aptitudes, interests, and or temperaments, everyone can change and grow through application and experience. Again, that's very important. What's clear from her definition is that each of us can develop a growth mindset, and that understanding that fact is sometimes half the battle. Understanding that if you understand that you have the power and ability to change your mindset, to grow the way that you so desire to grow, so that you can experience different things in life, different areas of your life. That's key right there. So we have to start cultivating and developing a growth mindset. You're going to hack something, you're going to have to figure out how to hack it, right? So I'm giving you the play here. Once you've mastered some of the principles that I shared with you in the first episode, it's then time to start adding these growth principles and actions to your blueprint for how you're going to change your mindset to get different results in the next season of your life. And so here's the first thing that I want to share with you in this session. See your challenges as opportunities. See your challenges as opportunities. Life will always find a way to throw something difficult at you. Ask me how I know. I can tell you so. Right now, we're in the midst of moving from our buildings, and I tell you, it's more than a notion to prepare for a big move from one property to another property. Here's what you have to do. Try not to see the various challenges and obstacles that you face, or even setbacks, as something that's dreaded. Rather, try to view them more positively. View them as an opportunity to show your growth, an opportunity for you to stretch, an opportunity for you to learn and grow versus the negative. So it's important that you try to review them as, again, opportunities to overcome something difficult and grow as a result of it. It's all in how you look at it. It's perception. It's the lens that you have, right? So I can take these glasses off, and my perspective, my vision is partially hindered. So I'm not going to make seeing this camera and this platform into a negative. I'm going to say, okay, what is the adjustment that I need to make? Because it's not a negative. It's all in how you look at it. So I put the glasses back on, some glasses that's going to assist me, just to get the assistance, the help, the tools, the resources that you need to assist you in running with the blueprint, assist you in the principles, applying these principles that I'm sharing with you so that you can get different results. Here's what I want you to understand. Again, what are we doing? We're shifting, stretching your mindset. The more difficult the challenge, the greater the opportunity for learning and growth, the greater the opportunity for you to position yourself to play on a different platform. So here's the next thing. Reflect each day on what you failed at. Yeah, go over every day, once a week. What areas did you fail in? Where did you miss the mark at? And then ask yourself, how are you, Anthony? How are you, Michelle? How are you, Lori? How are you, Aaron? How are you going to learn from these things? How are you going to learn from it, Linda? See, many of us spend some time at the end of the day reflecting on our successes and what went well. And every now we get stuck on like that one bad thing that happened, right? That it's kind of hard for you to shake. But while it's very good to look at the successes, the wins in the day, it's also a very valuable habit to try and add a couple of minutes to reflecting on the areas where things didn't go as well, and purposing to learn something from those negative experiences, those challenges that you faced. See, the point isn't to dwell on or beat up yourself, but to recognize and then lock in what you learned, lock in the knowledge that you gained, lock in the wisdom that you gained from that experience, from that roadblock, from that mountain that was in your path. Here's the next thing that you have to do. And this is big. This is something that I personally had to deal with earlier on. And periodically, I've had to recognize when this little spirit, I call it a little spirit, kind of pops up, motion pops up, and that is to stop seeking approval from others. You have to understand you're already approved. You've already been authorized, validated for what it is that you're doing in life, what it is that you're doing in business, what it is that what you've been called to do in essence. So when we seek the approval of others, and I want you to understand this, we take on the wrong objective. We start taking being right as our goal rather than learning and growing. So we have to become aware of the differences. And so it's important that you pause to recognize when you are pursuing approval rather than growth, and remind yourself kindly to stop seeking approval from others. And you'll find that you'll become more comfortable with the daily failures that come with stretching. Again, a failure isn't a failure unless you haven't learned from the failure. But if you've learned from the failure, or if you fall, right, fall forward. Why? Because you've positioned yourself to grow, stretch, expand yourself. The next thing that we have to do is identify opportunities to celebrate the successes of others. Notice I didn't say of yourself. When others around you succeed, watch this, celebrate. One of the things I've known this as a leader, being in corporate management, I've known this for years, that it's important that you celebrate people, you encourage, you inspire people. But I didn't really realize how important and powerful it was until I came into my own in terms of leadership, organizationally, business wise, ministry, that you have to learn to celebrate people. I mean, on a regular basis, not like just once a year kind of thing. And more than this, just get curious about what made that person successful at what they did. So I love seeing other leaders win, and I get in on the celebration. I love supporting other people who are like, at the top of their game. And so one of the things that I've done is when I have those opportunities within relationships is I pick their brains. I pick their brains. I asked them, man, how did you do that? How did you achieve that? Why? Because I'm out to learn and grow. I'm looking to expand. So connect with others to understand what actions they took and how they approached the challenge to get where they are. Unfortunately, today, society today, the culture today, you hear a lot of individuals being quote unquote gurus or just talking about their successes. You do these 5 things I did, and you're going to go from making $5,000 a month to $50,000 a month. Life doesn't work that way because they didn't tell you the 50,000 times that they failed before they achieved the formula to winning in life. And they just think that they can bottle it up and sell it to you, and then you're going to do these 5 things and you're going to get the win. No, you want to hear about the person's trials and tribulations that they went through to get there, so that when you're experiencing the trials, when you're experiencing the tribulation, when you're experiencing the roadblocks, you won't be discouraged because you know that business mogul, this coach, this mentor, they experience these same challenges that they've been very transparent with you about, to understand how they got where they are. And then you're going to have to experience some of those same things. Now, the purpose of buying into a growth formula, right? A success formula from somebody who has tested the marketplace, products and services, went through the process and got the winning formula so that you don't have to go through a lot of those things. But I've found that even when you buy a success formula, it does not mean that you won't experience defeat in some respect. You won't experience it. Let me say it like this, that you won't experience some challenges yourself. So again, identify opportunities to celebrate the success of others, and then focus on rewarding actions, not traits. What I mean by focus on rewarding actions and not traits, you can help others develop a growth mindset too by praising their efforts and actions rather than their inherent traits. For example, if your child brings home a stellar result on their pop quiz. Appropriate praise would sound like, wow, you did so well. You must have put a lot of time and effort into studying, rather than, wow, you did so well. You must be smart. See the difference? What I'm saying to you is focus on rewarding the actions versus the traits, potential of that individual. And then you have to start using the word yet more often. Again, all based on perspective. Perspective changes when your mind changes, your thinking changes. Expansion starts taking place. And this is a simple one. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, I'm not very good at this, add the word yet. I'm not very good at this yet. You start thinking about, this is not working for me. Again, you have to change your vocabulary, change your thinking. This is not working for me yet. I can't tell you how many conversations that I've had, sat in meetings where, people get discouraged when things aren't going the right way and they're ready to throw in the towel. That is not the answer. Consistency pays off. But if you don't change your mindset and you're not constantly learning and growing and evolving, my assignment as a coach, as a trainer, is to challenge you to change, grow, and evolve into the man, the woman, the individual that God created you to be, so that you can win on your mountain. So listen, I don't care who you are. There are stages and ages in life that require a different mindset. Even for me, right to this day, I'm in a season that it requires a different mindset. So I have been working, diligently, to change my thinking, my mindset. Why? I need different results at this stage of my life. So again, I don't care what stage of life you're in, what age of your life you're in. I can tell you this, pretty much every 3 to 5 years for some, based on your aptitude, your level of success in different areas of your life, which could be work or relationship, family. Every 7 years, it requires change. Life requires change. Your home requires a change. Your business requires a makeover. You can't keep doing business the way that you were doing business the past 5, 7 years. It has to change. Everything is changing. Things are changing now in crazy speed. So the question becomes, do you have a fixed or a growth mindset? Do you have a poor or a wealthy mindset? Understand what type of mindset you have and the help that you need to get the mindset that you want, so that you can experience the results that you so desire. Now, that you've learned in this episode, the last episode, about growth mindsets and fixed mindsets, which one do you feel fits you? Where are you at? Can you be honest enough with yourself? Say, this is where I'm at. I'm not really not where I need to be, but I'm not where I used to be. Somebody else, you may say, I'm still where I used to be, and I thought I was further along, but I'm really not. Why? Because my perspective on life is flawed. It's been hindered by situations and circumstances that has transpired in my life. And so here's the thing. If you identify with the growth mindset, that's great. You're well on your way to developing your own gifts, skills, talents, the ability to be the best version of yourself here on planet Earth. So spend some time reflecting on areas where your mindset might be more fixed, and then figure out what you need to work out, what you need to blend. Because oftentimes we're a blend of one or two types of mindsets. We're not all just one type of mindset. You can be 80% in this area, but when it comes to relationship, you can be 80% right in terms of strong mindset, healthy mindset when it comes to business. But then in your relationship, you're a 20. You got a lot of work to do when it comes to that area of your life. And so if you feel like you're more a fixed mindset person, then the next question to ask yourself is this something I want to change? I found the older you get, the more you don't want to change. But that's a sad commentary when you know you need to change. So with that being said, hey, I would love to help you experience the extreme makeover of the mind, the extreme change that you need to experience the growth and prosperity that you are in need of. So with that, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I would love to hear your comments, your feedback. All you have to do is go to abetter-u.com and schedule a power session with me, or go to the platform and join the community. Become a platinum member at abetter-u.com. And I'll look forward to seeing you in our monthly community trainings, power meetings, and there's phenomenal content on the platform on our website, abetter-u.com, that you'll be blessed by. And this is your first time listening to the podcast or watching it based on whatever platform you're on, I want to encourage you to go to abetter-u.com and subscribe to the platform, and you'll get a complimentary power session where I challenge you to think about the one most powerful question that most people never get to answer because they die. Powerful, right? Go check it out. abetter-u.com. Thank you for joining me. Until the next time, I'm honored that you would be with me. I'm Anthony McFarland. I'm out. I'll see you at.
Thank you for tuning in to a Better You program with Anthony McFarland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode. Thanks for listening.